got that job. But God said, let them folks go, because the blessing that I got for you, man can't even compare to it. You see, if we look at the Gospel of John, we find a man who had been sick for some 38 years. You see, and one thing about being sick for some 38 years, many of us can become complacent after 38 years. You see, after being sick for 2 weeks, some of us can become complacent and say, well, I'm just going to have this sickness for the rest of my life. You see, but we got to make up in our mind that when God set me free, when God delivered me, I will be free. You see, yeah, I might make some mistakes from time to time and revert, but God said I'm free, and I'm going to walk in my freedom today. I'm going to walk in my healing today. I'm going to walk in my deliverance today. I'm not going to keep going back on it, because I know the things that the Lord has in store for me. You see, the Bible lets us know that this man had been sick for 38 years. Can you imagine being sick for 38 years? You see, the Bible lets us know that he was sick, and he was sitting down, and God came to him, Jesus came to him and said, listen, man, do you want to be made whole? Yeah. You see, I want to tell somebody this morning, every Sunday morning you walk in church, God is asking you, do you want to be made whole? You see, every time you show up and you broke in your pockets, God is saying, do you want to be the head and not the tail? He said, do you want to be the lender and not the bar? He said, but if I'm going to make you any of those things, first you got to get in my word. Because when you get in my word, you're going to learn the instructions that I have for you. You're going to have the guidelines that I have for you. You just ain't put your money in everywhere. You just ain't sow your seed in good and fertile ground, and that's when I will begin to bless you. You see, the text lets us know that this man had been sick for 38 long years, and Jesus walked up on him and said, listen, would you like to be made whole? You see, one thing about God, God is going to ask you, do you want to be delivered? You see, because one thing about God, he's not wasting his blessing. You see, I'm not going to bless you and then you're going to go out and mess up with my blessing. So he have to ask you, are you really ready for the blessing that I got for you? You see, some of y'all been saying, God, I want to be blessed. God, I want to be blessed. But every time God show up to bless you, your character ain't right. Your integrity ain't right. Your honesty ain't right. Because you still got a lying demon. You still got a cheating demon. You still got a manipulating demon. So God can't bless you because he know you ain't ready for the blessing. You see, he asked this man, he said, listen, are you ready to be blessed? And the man said, yeah, I think I'm ready to be blessed, but I don't have nobody to put me in the pool when the water is troubled. Did somebody say excuses? See, it's time out for excuses. Quit worrying about what somebody can do for you or how somebody can help you. You need to drag yourself onto the pool and just wait in the pool until your blessings show up. Sometimes you got to drag yourself in the church and say, God, I'm going to sit here till you show up. God, I'm going to praise you till you show up. God, I'm going to dance till you show up. God, I'm going to sing till you show up. God, I'm going to wave my hands until you show up. See, one thing about us as saints of God, we want God to do everything. God, I want you to put the food in the refrigerator. God, I want you to cook the food. God, I want you to serve me the food. God, after you serve me the food, I want you to wash the dishes and clean up. But God is really saying, what you going to do for your own self? He said, because faith without works is dead. So you can have all the faith that you want to have and say, God, bless me with this and bless me with that. But if you don't get out and start making something happen for yourself, God will not be able to bless you. You see, God would not be able to bless you. He asked the question. He said, well, listen, man, don't worry about nobody putting you in the pool. Do you want to be made whole? I want to tell somebody this morning, don't worry about your credit score. Do you want a new house? I want to tell somebody, don't worry about if your folks don't have financial aid money. Do you want to go to college? Don't worry about not having enough money, but do you want to open up the business? Don't worry about not having what folks say you ought to have. But God said this day you can have whatever you want to have, because not only will I bless you with what you need, but I will bless you with the desires of your heart. Listen, and when he got healed, Jesus told him, he said, get up. And the Bible lets us know that he immediately jumped up. And after he immediately jumped up, I can imagine that everybody began to look at him. You see, you ever been blessed before? As soon as you got blessed, everybody began to look at you. Who you sleeping with? What you got going on? You see, they're going to start to question your integrity. They're going to start to question your character. They're going to start to question what you got going on. But see, that's when it's time for you to give God some glory and throw your hands up and say, if it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, surely I would have died a long time ago. I ain't got to do what you do to get my blessing, because I serve a God that sit high and look low, and he's concerned about every one of my needs. Listen, the people begin to talk and the scribes and the Pharisees, they showed up on the scene and said, listen, why do you carry your pallet on the Sabbath? You see, that's just like folks. I got healed, but you're not worried about my healing. You worried about how I got healed. You see, we got to make up in our mind, I ain't worried about you. You can say whatever you want to say. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can lie on me. You can cheat on me. You can do whatever you want to do. Because I know that my God is concerned about me. Because that's how I got my blessing in the first place. Listen, they asked him, why are you carrying your pallet on the Sabbath day? He said, listen, the man that blessed me told me don't put it down no more. He told me to go and keep on walking. I want to tell somebody this morning, you better go and keep on praising. You see, I want to tell somebody this morning, go and keep on shouting. I want to tell somebody, go and keep on singing. I want to tell somebody, go and keep on witnessing. Because God don't want you to stop doing what you're doing. Because I'm an overcomer by my testimony. So if I keep on saying I'm healed, I'm going to be healed. If I keep on saying I'm set free, I'm going to be set free. If I keep saying I'm delivered, I'm going to be delivered. Listen, Jesus showed up on the man. I can imagine after walking for a little while, Jesus showed up on him and he found him and he said, behold, thou made whole. You see, Jesus had to come back and check on his works. You see, because immediately this man could have said, nah, this a magic trick. Let me go and put my pallet back down and let me lay right here where I used to be already. You see, Jesus showed up and said, behold, you are made whole, but don't sin no more. I want to tell somebody this morning, don't sin it no more. Yeah, God let you get away with it for just a little while, but don't sin it no more. Yeah, God let you midnight creep for just a little while, but don't sin it no more. Yeah, God let you steal the money out the register, but don't sin it no more. Yeah, God let you do whatever you wanted to do, but don't sin it no more. He said, because some worse just might happen to you. So don't stop your praise because some worse might happen to you. Don't stop giving God the glory because some worse might happen to you. Don't stop praying because some worse might happen to you. You see, one thing I like about the God that we serve, God said, listen, whom the Son sets free is free indeed. You see, one thing about the society that we live in many cases, the man can lock you up. And right after the man lock you up, he can show back up 30 days later and say you violated your probation and he can lock you back up. You see, so there's no guarantee that once I get out, I'm going to stay out. Because if they want me to be in there, I'm probably going to be in there. You see, but one thing about the God that we serve, he say, whom the Son set free. I wish I had a Bible reading in here. He say, whom the Son set free is free indeed. If I'm free you of brokenness, you don't have to worry about being broke no more. If I'm free you of being discouraged, you don't have to worry about being discouraged no more. If I'm free you of depression, you don't have to be depressed no more. Whatever I free you of, you are free indeed. Whom the Son set